What's up, everybody? Alessandro here, or Vegas Al from Tony'sPicks.com. We're going live now, giving you guys look ahead lines and look ahead thoughts of what I got with these games. We're going to go just about every single game on the board. We'll start here with the NBA. A lot of action here to get into. Welcome to the Look Ahead Show, first ever edition. Super excited to bring some new content here to Tony's Picks. But yeah, let's get into this, man. We got some NBA action here. First game, we got Detroit Pistons and the Indiana Pacers here. Pistons are going to lay 9.5 on the road. A little bit of an injury report in this one. Let me see what we got here. We got a couple guys missing or expected. Karis LeVert, Jaden Ivey, game time decisions. Still a host of... Hold on, we got Tony T
Still
coming on.
Hold on, we got Tony T. Still a host. Hold on, we got Tony T. Still.
1 second.
Tony T. Still.
1 second.
Tony T.
Yo, I think we got Tony in here. All right, that's just Tony checking some stuff real quick. Sorry for the delay. Let's get right back into this, guys. We got the Pistons and Pacers again. Like I said, injury reports ugly for the Pacers. Karis LeVert, game time decision. Jaden Ivey, game time decision. I still think there's plenty enough pieces on this Pacers squad, though, here. I'd like a TJ McConnell to come off the bench. Shepherd as well coming off the bench. And then, you still got Siakam and Mathurin here. Plenty enough offense. I think Pacers start getting on a little bit of a roll here. My pick for this one's going to be the Indiana Pacers here, plus the 9.5. All right, on to the next game. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers, 2-point favorites on the road against the Toronto Raptors. Total 237.5. No secret here. I like this Raptors squad. I like the new addition of Brandon Ingram. I like Norman Powell. I like Brandon Ingram. What's his name? RJ Barrett is a game time decision. I doubt he will play. He did get some knee. They're checking on his knee there. X-rays, MRI. Doubt he'll play. When you hear X-ray, MRI, they're trying to see what's up with him. And then Jacob Poeltl is also game time decision. But look at the Cavaliers on the other hand. You got Jared Allen, game time decision. Probably expecting him to play here on a back-to-back. Lonzo Ball, the rest of this crew. That's about it, really. 2 game time decision guys there for Cleveland. What's getting me on the Raptors here is being at home. I think Cleveland is kind of pacing themselves for the playoffs. Shouldn't they be laying more than 2 points? Well, they're not laying 2. They're laying only 2. I mean, give me the +2 here with the Toronto Raptors is my pick in this one here. All right, on to the next game. Slowly but surely getting there. We got the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets here. This one, the Knicks are 14.5-point favorites. Total 228.5. There was a couple people on the injury report in this one as well. Obviously, no Cam Thomas. He's going to be out. And just Landry Shamet, OG Anunoby out for the Knicks. I was looking Knicks' way. These two teams have already faced each other this year. It was a blowout win for the Knicks. And I was on the Nets that game. Am I going to do it again? I am going to do it again. I'm going to go to the Nets here, plus 14.5. At the end of the day, I still think they have some pieces. I've been waiting on a Tyrese Martin explosion, and I think he has a good enough game. Again, 14.5 points is a lot in this in-state rivalry game, and I don't expect Brooklyn to get blown out again. I'll take the plus 14.5 here with the Brooklyn Nets. On to the next game. We got the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Miami Heat. Heat are 8.5-point favorite. Total's 236. The Heat like to get up and down the court. run that fast-paced offense. Jamie Jaquez Jr.'s really burst out onto the scene this year, putting up triple-double-like numbers coming off the bench. The new acquisition, Norman Powell. There's some pieces I like on this Heat squad. No Andrew Wiggins, or at least a game-time decision. Jovic, a game-time decision. Tyler Hero, now a game-time decision. So they might have him, in the back of the fold of things. Derek Lively here will be out now for the Mavericks. He's had a hard time getting back into the Mavericks lineup here. Obviously, day-to-day Davis, game-time decision. Just, I don't know. I don't like what Dallas has done this year, having to piece together their lineup almost every night. It seems like there's a new guy added to the injury report. Do I want to lay 8.5 points with the Miami Heat? Nah, not really. What I like more in this game is the over 236.5. I think both of these teams get up and down. Dallas doesn't play too much defense, and Miami wants to get up and run. We'll take the over 236 in Dallas and Miami. On to this next matchup here. We got the Chicago Bulls taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. I like this young core for the Pelicans. Derek Queen starting to make some moves here in the NBA, do some things. The other night had a great game. Nice big there out of Maryland. Couple people on the injury report, though, as well. Let me read that out to you guys in this one. Jordan Poole is expected to be out. Herbert Jones expected to be out. Obviously, still DeJounte Murray out till January. Kevon Looney's a game-time decision. That's just on the Pelican side. On the Bull side, Hoarder is going to be a game-time decision. Okoro's out. That's about it as far as the Bulls. Patrick Williams, a game-time decision as well. Call me crazy. I'm going to take the plus 4.5 here with the Pelicans. Like I said, I just like this young core. Yeah, you'd like a Herbert Jones to be in the lineup, but they still have a Trey Murphy in there to drop a little bit. I like a Jose Alvarado coming off the bench. There's still, I think, a little bit of some competitiveness out of this Pelican squad. We saw them kind of battle there the other night. The pick here is going to be Pelicans plus the 4.5 here against Chicago. On to the next one real quick. Yes, it is past our bedtime, Southpaw. Might be a little late to that. That was a couple minutes ago here. But yeah, welcome to the Look Ahead show, man. We got a couple people in here. It's awesome to see getting this thing going, guys. Man, just going to be doing this every night now. 12 Eastern, 9 o'clock on the West Coast. Give you guys some look aheads, give you guys what I'm thinking. What we got here. We got the Nuggets taking on the Grizzlies. Nuggets 7.5 point favorites on the road. I remember looking at this one, seeing no John Morant, of course, in the lineup. He's going to be out. A couple other pieces. Ty Jerome will be out. Jaren Jackson's game time decision. No Brandon Clark. For the Nuggets here, Strawford and Gordon and Christian Braun going to be out. But again, I like Cam Johnson here to be able to replace kind of Gordon. At least he's going to have to step up, play a little bit more. And then Tim Hardaway Jr. there for Braun. He's going to have to play a little bit more as well. But again, 7.5, it's not too much in my opinion. I think Denver can walk away with this one with at least a double-digit win. I just think the Grizzlies are almost unbackable right now with everything that's going on. So my pick here in this one is Denver minus 7.5. All right, on to the next one. We got the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. What we got here? Bucks 2.5 point favorites. No Giannis in the lineup. We're seeing he's supposed to be out. What else? This Taurean Prince, Kevin Porter Jr. as well, supposed to be out. Robert Williams here for the Blazers, game time decision. Shaden Sharp, game time decision. Scoot Henderson still out. Drew Holiday out. But I still think there's pieces here on this Blazer squad. I like this Avdija, 25.5 points per game. This guy really taking a step forward, looking all-star caliber. Again, with no Giannis, it's hard to really want to back Milwaukee. I know it's a short price here, minus 2.5 and at home. But I think still, even without Giannis, shouldn't they be favored more? Yeah. Trailblazers playing scrappy enough here. We're going to the Portland Trailblazers on the road. We'll take the plus 2.5. All right, on to the next game. We got those Houston Rockets taking on the Phoenix Suns. This one should be a good one. Plenty of offense I'm expecting in this one. But I don't know. It's hard to get there with the Suns night in, night out, especially now they're missing Ryan Dunn, Grayson Allen, Jalen Green, all not going to play out. Steven Adams, game time decision. I don't know. That might not be too big of a deal in this matchup here against the Suns. Durant's out. Dorian Finney-Smith out. Tari Eason out. Fred VanVleet out. Still laying it with the Houston Rockets here, -5.5. Just at the end of the day, it's Devin Booker versus it's Devin Booker by himself. At the end of the day, that's how I've been feeling about the Suns year long. Have they patched up the lineup a little bit? Yeah, they've kind of played a little bit competitive, but against a team like the Rockets with, Sengun still down low, he's going to eat. He's going to have himself a night. That's, a guy we'll be looking prop-wise, his assists, his rebounds, Sengun. And then, we like the Rockets there, -5.5. On to this next game. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves, in the Sacramento Kings here. The Timberwolves 9-point favorites on the road. Do we really want to lay this such a big number, right? With the Timberwolves, you're thinking, I don't know. Terrence Shannon's just going to be a game time decision. Still no Sabonis for the Sacramento Kings. I don't know. If it was up to me, I'd be right here, +9 with the Kings. Still think there's pieces, Westbrook, Malik Monk. I like Schroeder, who can go at any night go for 20-plus points. Zach LaVine, DeRozan. I just dropped 5 names there that definitely could keep this game close. Just not in love with laying points there with Minnesota. Anything near double digits, I'll pass. I'll look at the Kings here, +9. On to the next, we got the Utah Jazz taking on the Golden State Warriors. Again, would I want to, lay this 14.5 with Golden State, who has been kind of inconsistent this year? What are they, 9-8? Yeah, 9-9 to start the year. Injury reports saying Horford, Kuminga, DeAnthony Melton, and then Draymond Green is a game time decision. Not like that really matters. We got Georgie Yang and Walker Kessler is obviously out for the year. But just about everybody in this Utah lineup, 14.5 points. I'll go ahead and take that there in my back pocket. I like what a Keontae George, a Bryce Sensabaugh. We still got those 2 rookies coming off the bench there for the Jazz. I don't know. I'm Jazz here, +14.5 in this one. All right. I think we got that knocked out there. All the NBA's knocked out. On to the next set of games. We're going to go to college basketball. Now, I'm not going to give you every single game because there's 50, 60 games probably on the board for tomorrow. I do love tomorrow's slate. Tomorrow, you go check out what we got on the site for tomorrow because, so many games to choose from. I'll probably be on the morning show to give you guys more of those smaller school games. But we're going to give you guys the New Era Classic games here. I'll break some of those down. The first one, obviously, I have it up here. Creighton +4.5 on the road against Baylor. Or not on the road. This is out in Vegas in our backyard here. At the end of the day, when you look at this Baylor squad, they're about 8 guys deep. A lot better of squads have ran through this Baylor program. A lot deeper teams. Obviously, losing a piece like Edgecombe to the draft. They're still rebuilding. Creighton, on the other hand, has lost a couple pieces well to the draft. But I'm taking the +4.5. They've been competitive enough this year. I also probably like the over in this game, over the 153.5. This one, though, the reason why I stayed away from the total, it's going to be who's going to dictate their pace. I think Baylor's going to try to slow Creighton down and not have success. Creighton's still able to knock the 3 down. They have this kid from Howard who just transferred in, big 6'7" kid, able to shoot the 3. I like Creighton +4.5 here. We'll take the points. This next one is probably the my most intriguing matchup I'm looking forward to here. Syracuse versus Houston. Obviously, Houston runner-ups there at the national championship game last year against Florida. A defensive juggernaut. Still got guys like Milo Suzanne and Sharp that are just deadly from the outside and play great perimeter defense. Obviously, I was looking Houston's way, but, this year I already lost a couple of the pieces off last year's squad. I was expecting them to play a lot better there against Auburn with, a first-year coach, only 3rd game, I think that was, under his belt. And, it was just I think that was. Sorry, I keep having these technical difficulties, guys. I was talking about basically the Auburn-Houston game and how that's gotten me off wanting to lay anything with Houston, especially now double digits. Now, is Syracuse as good as an Auburn team? We don't know yet. It's still super early in the year. But if you look at their roster, they're about 11 deep, 5 to 6 guys over 6'8". Obviously, we like the highly touted kid there, Kion Anthony, Carmelo's son. He's been looking, like a gamer, like a straight-up scorer, plays exactly like his father. But I think 11.5 is just too much here. I think Syracuse has the athletes to hang with Houston here, and we're taking Syracuse here plus 11.5. That one I'm not minding a plus 600 sprinkle on the money line. Why not? I think Syracuse has the athletes to hang here. On to the next game. We got those Oregon Ducks taking on Auburn here. We were just talking about Auburn and how they kind of showed up there against Houston and played a lot better than I was expecting. Now, can they show up here against Biddle and this Oregon squad? I don't know, but I will take the points here with Auburn. I think, again, just have played a little tougher competition out the gate, showed what they could do against Houston, which is a defensive team. I don't think Oregon's going to play as great a defense as Houston will. I can only look Auburn's way, plus the 4. Just checking some of this stuff out here. Yep, Auburn plus the 4. Just rolling right along, boys. Rolling right along. All right, next game. We got Gonzaga minus 3.5 against Alabama. Another great matchup here. Alabama's been out the gate dropping 85, 90 points a night. Plenty of offense coming out of them. That's why we see this total here, 173.5. But there's no way I'm stepping in front of Gonzaga. EK and the rest of this squad, they're deep as well. They're deep as well. They got 10 guys they can roll out at any given time. Multiple big men that can shoot the outside shot. I got to look at Gonzaga here, minus the 3.5. This is a potential Final Four team in my eyes. Really impressed with Gonzaga out the gate. They've been covering spreads to massive, massive spreads. Pick here, Gonzaga minus 3.5. This one might only rise. And then the final college game I'm going to break down here is the final game of the night. UNLV taking on, I dropped it. Oh, man. UNLV, brain fart here. UNLV is playing ugly. This is ugly. Night 1, Maryland, and I knew that. Sorry, guys. At the end of the day, I was looking UNLV's way. I was not impressed with Maryland's lineup. Again, they've lost some pieces. Angel Reese's brother is now gone. He's in the pros or the G League. Obviously, Derek Queen is gone. And I don't know. I'm not impressed with what they've brought in. UNLV, on the other hand, has brought in the Alabama transfer, the big 7-footer Steve in there. Obviously, they just beat Memphis outright. That was a nice one there for the coach there to win against his former squad there against Memphis. I think UNLV has enough to win this game outright. At a 2.5 point dog, it just shows you Vegas sees what I see. They might possibly win this one outright. We'll take the plus 2.5 with the UNLV Rebels. And, of course, that's just, 5-6 games I broke down from this New Era Classic. There's actually other New Era Classic games I didn't even get into. Again, morning show, check it out. We'll have a lot more stuff here. This is just giving you guys what's up. I think that's DeAndre. Yes, we got DeAndre in the chat. What is up? He says, only lost by 1 to Houston. They haven't been covering double-digit spread. We've seen Oregon State struggling with free throw. Yeah, he likes UNLV. He says, what do I think? I'm sorry, man. I'm new to this, DeAndre, man. I'm trying to read all these comments and get everything going with the show as well. Only lost by 1 to Houston. Covering double-digit spread. We've seen Oregon State keep free throws. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's wanting to fade Oregon with me. So let's do it. Let's fade Oregon. Maryland, slight favorite. I don't think Maryland is good this season. This isn't the same team from last year. I agree. Yeah, I've said that earlier. Lost a bunch. Angel Reese's brother, the power forward, and then obviously Derek Queen. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're a couple years away probably from bringing some serious kids in or, the young core that they got now. But yeah, that's college basketball basically for you. What are we moving on to now? We're moving on to the ice. What do we got here? First game. Give me a second. Trying to pull it up for you guys. We got it is past my bedtime, man. It is way past my bedtime. Trying to get this figured out for you guys. There we go. First game, we got Flyers versus the Lightning. Flyers a plus 140 dog. I was looking their way. Trying to touch some plus money. At the end of the day, these two teams, when they match up, 7-3 to the under last 10. Vasilevsky in goal. I don't know actually, but those two goalies for the Lightning are pretty solid. And the big concern as far as trying to get any offense is Kucherov left the game last time out. I think it's something with his hand or a couple fingers or something. Questionable if he's going to play in this one. And, that's just a little bit more help for this under 5.5 here in the Lightning and Flyers. Again, 7-3 to the under last 10 when these two teams match up against each other. Give me the under 5.5 in Philadelphia versus Tampa. All right, on to the next game. We got the Detroit Red Wings taking on those New Jersey Devils. Devils have been a team I've been high on this year. Kind of been rolling with them, and then when I know it's time to fade them, been fading them. I think this is a spot to fade them. Losers of 3 straight, not playing great hockey as of recently there. Lost Jack Hughes as well, November the 12th. And since then, like I said, 0-3 or 1-3 since the Jack Hughes injury. I'll take the Red Wings here, plus 120. I like what they got anyways on the road, playing solid hockey. I think they can compete here. Give me the plus 120 price with the Detroit Red Wings. I know Ron Hahn's not in the chat, but I know he'll like that one. He's a big-time Detroit homer. Shout out to Ron Hahn. Shout out to anybody in the comments. Who else is up in here? DeAndre still. Shout out Southpaw. But yeah, just the first night here of this look ahead show that we got. Thank you guys for tuning in. This next game, St. Louis Blues versus the New York Rangers. I'll be quick with this one as well. No way I could get behind the Blues. Just not playing great hockey out the gate. This is a team that last year, or at least towards the end of the year, was on a big-time home winning streak. And this year, obviously, I know they're on the road here, but this year just hasn't looked the same. I'll take the Rangers here, minus the 140. We do need some offense out of them. It's time for them to start scoring some goals. What better matchup here than the Blues to do it against? Give me the Rangers here, minus 140. Cheap enough that, we don't have to go in regulation. If you want to, go for it. You don't have to go the -1. I think minus 140 is plenty enough. Though it's not too juiced. I'll take the minus 140 on the Rangers. On to the next. We got the Blue Jackets and Capitals. To me, this was a tough game to call. You would obviously think the Capitals are the better squad here. I'm just going to be short and sweet with this one as well. I can't get there with the Capitals. They have dominated this matchup. 3-10, I think the Blue Jackets are in the last 13 matchups against the Capitals. Capitals not playing that great of hockey though. 50-50 hockey last 2 weeks or so. I'll take a shot here, plus money with the Blue Jackets, who at the end of the day, playoff contention type team. Took a big step last year. Kind of been, 50-50, just like the Capitals. If, the way I look at it, both teams kind of playing 50-50 hockey. Let me get the plus money here with the Blue Jackets, plus 140. And then I believe this is the final hockey game of the night. No, we got a couple more. Trying to bang through these. All right, this one here, we got the Panthers taking on the Predators. Predators plus 130 at home. Yeah, I wanted to take some plus money, but I can't step in front of the defending champs. Not playing the greatest of hockey yet either. I think this is a spot they step up here and get themselves a win. Still slew of injuries on their side. Again, this one not rushing to the window to bet, but I can't back the Predators. They're even getting plus money at home. Give me the Florida Panthers minus 155. All right, what do we got here, guys? The next one is Senators versus the Kings. Another tough game to call. Obviously, these two matched up last time out. Kings got it done. 1-0, though. And, if you look at the Senators' last couple matches and the Kings' last couple matches, been losing close games, 1-goal games. I think this is the type of game for the Senators. Get a little nice revenge spot win here. We'll take the plus money with the Seattle Senators. Ottawa Senators. We'll take the plus money there. Plus 125. All right, next game. We got the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Utah Mammoth. Golden Knights, again, not playing great hockey. Slew of injuries. Carlson just left the game. Mark Stone now still hurt. Not in love with what Jack Eichel and the rest of these guys kind of bring. Aiden Hill's still missing. Plenty of pieces missing on the Golden Knights squad. And, Mammoth haven't been that great themselves. Off to that amazing start. There was a lot of hype about the Mammoth, and now they're, 3-7 last 10? I don't know. The only way I can look, though, is the home team with the Mammoth, just because I think they are still a little bit slightly better right now, just because a little bit healthier. Give me the Mammoth here, minus 105. And I believe that's all the hockey. Yes, that is all the hockey. So on to the nightcap, final pick of the look-ahead show here. We got the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. This one is, I'll just be quick with this one because this one as well is, in my opinion, blowout or pass here. I think the 49ers, tons of injuries they've had to bounce back from, yet they just still keep finding ways to stay competitive. Brock Purdy's now in the fold of things. McCaffrey, having a MVP type year. Nobody's giving him the credit I think he even deserves. Possibly 1,000-yard rushing, 1,000-yard receiving season. We'll see out of him. You guys know the pick here. San Francisco minus the 7.5. If you want to buy the half point, go for it. I'm that comfortable in betting on the 49ers. I think they win this one by double digits on Monday night. But yes, that's all the picks here for you guys for the look ahead show. Was trying to give you guys some props. Just don't see any lines out yet. But I'll go back through these games and give you guys something at least. For the Pacers-Pistons game in the NBA, obviously the Pistons, again, they were 9.5-point favorites. Pacers, 9.5-point dogs. I already told you guys I like the Pacers in this one. I'll go back to it. That I like the Pacers in this one, right? A prop, though, TJ McConnell over his points off the bench. Just a guy I like backing here. Little microwave off the bench here for the Pacers. I like that one. What else? Yes, for the Brooklyn Nets here, plus the 14.5, we were taking them against the Knicks. Again, Tyrese Martin, Igor Denham, take their points over. If the Nets want to cover this number, especially without a guy like Cam Thomas in the lineup, those two names, Igor Denham and Tyrese Martin, are going to have to step up. Obviously, there's other pieces that could, contribute. I like the bigs they have. I like a Claxton. But, no, we'll go to those two, Igor Denman and Tyrese Martin here over on their points. All right, there was a couple more. Yep, Pelicans plus 4.5. We've just been talking about Maryland, a little bit of a Maryland theme in tonight's show. We kind of talked about them earlier, and then talking about Derek Queen. That's where we'll go. Derek Queen, points and rebounds. Saw him have a big night the other night. I think this kid's a future 15-year pro, perennial all-star type player. Really excited to see what the Pelicans do with him. Zion's expected to play as well. I didn't even brush up on that. But, yeah, give me Derek Queen over points and rebounds. And this right here, Nuggets minus 7.5 against those Grizzlies. Is this a Jokic triple-double spot? Why not? Let's take a shot. Nikola Jokic, triple-double here with the Nuggets. There you go. We got to go to this guy. Denny Avdija, 25.5 points per night. Guy's starting to really, really make strides. I don't know. It's interesting to see how this Blazer squad folds out the rest of the year. Obviously, he's probably going to be the main go-to guy. They're missing the Shaden Sharps, and they're missing Drew Holiday. I think he'll have an even more big night here. Denny Avdija over the points. If you want to try to go plus money, put the thing at 30 points. I think he scores, has a big night. That might be it for the props in the NBA. But we'll go square with college basketball. We'll go square here. Super square. Kiyan Anthony over points. Big time performance I'm expecting out of him. I will give you another prop actually out of the Houston side, and that's Milos Uzan over the points. You could go over the 3-point attempts or the makes, at least with Uzan as well. Houston's going to try to force some turnovers and run out in transition. They're not scared to shoot the threes in transition either. Milos Uzan being that main culprit. again, the point props for Kyan Anthony and Milos Uzan for this game. All right. What else we got? I hate to do it, but we will. Right here to this one, Oregon and Auburn. Obviously, I gave you guys Auburn and the points. Plenty of guys. The Keyshawn Hall's the main guy I think about when it comes to Auburn. Averaging 20 points a game this year, 6'7" forward, this kid. Able to shoot the three as well. I'll be looking at him for the props. But, guy, if you want to back Oregon here, Nate Biddle, the big 7-footer. Yeah, well, points and rebounds with him you can do. The one I like the most, though, is the Keyshawn Hall from Auburn. I'm backing Auburn here plus the 4. That might be it college basketball-wise. Hockey, yeah, you want some hockey? Alex DeBrincat, anytime goal. This guy's been money, early season cash cow for me. DeBrincat here, anytime goal for the Detroit Red Wings. I like the Red Wings to win that one outright as well against the Devils. Still concerns on if Jack Hughes is going to get back in the lineup or not. And even if he is, now that he's back in the flow of things, only missed 4 games. We'll see how that happens, how they adjust with that. What do we got? This is a homer pick right here, but it's likely to cash. Artemi Panarin, minus 140 Rangers clearly, but I think anytime goal for him. I like that a lot. Rangers need to start scoring. That's all I got to say. What else? Hockey-wise. That might be all we got hockey-wise. And we'll go to the Monday Night Football for the props. This one might be a little bit of a props galore. I like a Brock Purdy over 1.5 touchdown passes there for the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 2 touchdowns at plus 115. Again, you're talking minus 340 for him to score 1. So, yeah, I'm going to try to, tell him to score 2 at plus 115. Get a little bit of plus money with him. Is it chasing? It feels like it, but I think he scores 2. Let's just put it that. I mean, against his former team, it was many years ago, but still, that is still a motivational factor that I like to, think about here. And 49ers is the pick in this one, too. 49ers minus 7.5. But there you have it, guys. That's basically the slate, hockey, NBA, and Monday Night Football. I did give you guys a couple college basketball games. Obviously, a gigantic college basketball slate we have tomorrow. Check out what we'll have on the morning show. There we'll give you guys basically a lot more picks. But, thank you guys for tuning in to this look-ahead show, my first ever edition. What did we go? We want to go in 32 minutes. Not too bad. Tomorrow, we will be breaking down these look-ahead lines. Once the NFL drops all these lines, a couple of them are already out, obviously, most of them actually. But tomorrow, we'll give you guys the look-aheads for all of the NFL action. I'll give you a couple more look-aheads, too, of some of the college games that stick out. Rivalry week coming up next week. Super excited for what we got in store here with this new show we're going to have on Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, go check out the website, see what we have. Go check out the other cappers. That's all I got to say, guys. Let's make ourselves some money tomorrow. And, of course, check out what we got on Tony'sPicks.com, guys. Peace.